Lily's hand trembles as she flashes the signal, praying someone will see it. The man gripping her shoulder thinks she's fidgeting. He has no idea she's screaming for help without sound. Then she sees him, a massive biker covered in tattoos. Their eyes lock. Victor's jaw clenches. He's seen that signal before. In a quiet Oregon town, 8-year-old Lily grew up with her mother Rachel, a nurse who worked double shifts but never missed bedtime stories. Lily was shy, sensitive, and trusted easily because she'd never been given reason not to. 3 weeks earlier, Officer Patricia Dawson stood before 200 children teaching a lesson. She demonstrated, palm out, thumb tucked in, fingers folded down. This is the signal for help. If you're in danger and can't speak, use this. They practiced. Within days, Lily forgot entirely. Victor Castellano didn't look like someone you'd want near children. At 52, he stood 6'3", 240 pounds, covered in tattoos, wearing his Hell's Angels vest. But people who only saw the surface missed everything. When Victor was 19, his 12-year-old sister Sophie disappeared, never found. That loss made him vigilant. He volunteered teaching children self-defense and memorized the signal for help, spending 33 years preparing for a moment he hoped would never come. 2 years ago, Craig Hendress dated Rachel for 7 months. When she ended it after discovering he'd been stalking her, he disappeared, or so she thought. Craig never left. He just got better at hiding. Now he watched Lily at the library every Thursday, planning obsessively. Craig approached Lily with a lie. Your mom had an accident at the hospital. She sent me to get you. Despite her instincts screaming warnings, Craig knew too many details. Her mother's schedule, her car, her scrubs. Lily hesitated but went with him. As Craig led her toward the exit, his hand firm on her shoulder, Lily's fingers typed blind on her phone. Help Lib. Rachel received the message 30 seconds later. Her heart stopped. She tried calling Lily, straight to voicemail. She ran to the library, breaking every speed limit. Mrs. Chun, the librarian, looked devastated. I'm so sorry. I thought she knew him. He said there was an emergency. The security footage showed Craig taking Lily. Rachel recognized him immediately and called police. The Amber Alert went out within the hour, but Craig had a 2-hour head start, taking back roads toward a remote cabin he'd rented under a false name. Craig needed supplies and pulled into a supermarket where Victor was shopping. Victor noticed immediately, the girl's rigid body language, the man's controlling grip on her shoulder, her desperate eyes scanning faces, his nervous sweat in a cool store. They weren't really shopping. The man was grabbing items randomly, moving quickly toward the exit. Then Victor saw it, Lily's hand behind Craig's back, making the signal. Thumb tucked, fingers folded. Unmistakable. Every instinct from his military training, every haunted memory of Sophie, every promise he'd made to never look away, all of it converged in this moment. Victor abandoned his cart and followed them to the parking lot. As Craig headed for his car, Victor moved fast, positioning himself in their path. Then he smiled huge and boomed, Craig. Craig Hendress. Man, is that you? His voice carried across the parking lot, creating an audience. Several people loading groceries looked up. Craig stopped abruptly, confusion flooding his face. He didn't know this man. I can't believe it's you. It's been 5 years? Victor kept walking closer, his smile never wavering. Lily looked up at Victor, her eyes wide, pleading, desperate. And this must be your daughter. Beautiful kid. More people were watching now. Craig could feel the weight of those eyes, the situation spiraling. Victor stepped closer, towering over both of them. Then his voice dropped low enough that only Craig could hear. I saw the signal. I know what you did. You let go of her right now, or I make sure everyone here knows exactly who you are. Craig's hand released Lily's shoulder. Then he shoved her hard toward Victor and ran. Victor's arms caught her instinctively, one hand cradling her head. His phone was out immediately. I have an abducted child, 8 years old, brown hair, pink shirt. The man just fled in a dark blue sedan license plate. He rattled it from memory, heading east on Route 40. His name is Craig Hendress. There's an Amber Alert. She's safe now, but she needs her mother. For 3 minutes, Lily held herself together. But when she heard sirens, something broke. She collapsed into sobs. Victor knelt to her eye level. You're okay now. You're safe. I've got you. You did perfect, sweetheart. That signal saved your life. You were so brave. Your mama is going to be so proud. Police arrived within minutes. Victor explained everything. The signal, the confrontation, Craig's description and direction. Roadblocks were set up, helicopters deployed. Rachel's car skidded into the parking lot. She ran, eyes scanning until they locked on Lily. They collided in the middle of the lot, Rachel dropping to her knees, arms wrapping around her daughter with desperate relief. Lily buried her face in her mother's neck. They clung to each other, both crying, unable to speak. Rachel kept whispering, "I've got you, baby. You're safe. Mama's here." When Rachel finally pulled back, she saw Victor standing nearby, the massive biker in the leather vest. She walked toward him, struggling for words. "How do you thank someone for giving you back everything?" "She saved herself," Victor said quietly. "She knew the signal. She was brave enough to use it. I just happened to be there." Rachel shook her head, tears streaming. "You didn't just happen to be there. You saw her. You acted. You brought my baby back to me. Anyone would have done the same." Rachel's expression said she knew that wasn't true. Most people would have looked away, would have doubted. She touched his arm. "I need your contact information, please." Craig was arrested at a roadblock 63 miles away. He didn't resist. Investigators found detailed notes about Rachel's schedule, photographs taken from a distance, maps with routes marked. His computer revealed months of surveillance, obsessive planning. He'd been watching them for 2 years. The charges came swift: kidnapping, child endangerment, stalking. He was sentenced to 25 years. Lily never had to testify. The story spread. Schools across the state began incorporating the signal into safety curriculums. Officer Dawson received commendations and requests to train other officers. 6 months later, Rachel called Victor asking if he'd help teach kids about the signal at a community safety fair. Victor said yes. What started as a single favor became regular workshops. Victor teaching children safety awareness, how to trust their instincts, how to ask for help. Rachel volunteered alongside him, sharing their story with parents, helping them recognize warning signs. They made a good team. Victor's presence commanded attention. Rachel's warmth made parents listen. Lily was healing, seeing a therapist weekly. Gradually she reclaimed pieces of herself. She still drew constantly, dragons, princesses, flowers. But interspersed were drawings of a big man with a beard and tattoos and a gentle smile. She started calling him Uncle Victor. At a community event, Victor and Rachel stood before 30 children and twice as many parents. Lily stood with them, demonstrating the signal with confidence. Palm out, thumb tucked, fingers folded down. She showed them slowly, explained clearly. Kids saw her not as a victim but as someone who'd survived and come out stronger. Victor never wanted to be called a hero. He'd tell you he just did what anyone should do. Pay attention, care enough to act, never walk away from someone in danger. But that's exactly what makes him one. This story is about the power of awareness, teaching children to protect themselves, and the courage to act when instinct tells you to look away. The signal for help is real and simple. Palm facing outward, tuck your thumb into your palm, fold your fingers down over your thumb. 3 movements that could save a life. Teach it to your children. And if you ever see someone make this gesture, don't look away. Be the person who pays attention. Never underestimate the power of paying attention. Never doubt that one person can make all the difference. Angels come in all forms, even leather jackets and motorcycle boots.